Welcome to my channel. Here is a short video on how I made this beautiful organza sleeve. First, I folded my organza fabric into two. Then I folded again to make a square like this. Then I measured 5 inches using this edge, this pointed edge as my starting point. So I measured 5 inches all around, just as you're seeing, and like, yes. Then I cut it out. So I made about 35, I cut out about 35 or thereabouts pieces of this. I used total of 2 meters. That's 39 inches, 39 inches 2 times. So now I made a straight stitch around the circles. You can skip this process if you don't want it, because I'll be using my normal sewing machine, I switch onto the zigzag stitch. But if you have a serger, you can always just go and serge it and put fishing lines to make the edge curly. So using the straight stitch that I run as my base, so I folded that, making sure that I sew the fishing lines inside the little casing I've made. So if you have a serger, you can skip this process and just set it with a fishing line. It saves time and stress, and before you know it, you are done with the project. So because I don't have a serger that can insert the design foot, so I had to use this method. It's quite slow, but it works. So now it's done. I'm done with the trimming line to the edges, so I trimmed the excess off gently so you don't cut into the fabric because it's so soft. So now I do the same for all the 30 pieces of thereabout that I have. I trim the edges, and now I'll go to the next step. I folded the sleeve that I'll be using into two and use chalk to mark the midpoint so I can know the midpoint. You know, it's a lace fabric, so it's quite transparent. This shoulder, you know, it's an off shoulder. This one is 10 by 6 inches. So you can see the way I folded my circles. You first fold into two, then you fold into another two like a cone. So I pinned it on my midpoint. I'll pin the first 4 thereabout. Then I'll use my needle. You can see how I'm folding. So after pinning like I did. I grabbed my threaded needle and I start sewing it. But I want to make sure that I pinned it in place. So that's the first four. You can see it's in place already. So now I'll start sewing. So now I'll keep adding to the sides. I keep adding to the sides. So it depends totally on you how full you want it. Like in all, I think I added about 17 on each sleeves. It depends on you or the person you're making the dress for, how full the person likes it. Or how wide is the sleeve. So I wore it on my mannequin to get a better view of the remaining side. So the rest of it I added to the spaces on the side. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like my video, please hit this thumbs up button and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot.